So I'm hanging out with Larkin Poe backstage, Paramount Theater here in Denver. How are you, ladies?
We're doing good.
Hell yeah.
We're feeling awake. We're feeling ready for the show.
Yeah. Where were you last night?
We were actually we had an off day yesterday. We had a 12-hour drive to knock out yesterday. Our last show was in Tucson, Arizona.
That's right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hell of a drive. But you're here, you're ready.
We're ready to go.
We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Congratulations on everything, by the way, too.
Thank
you guys have been doing
so
so
much.
great. I caught you guys, or I'm going to say guys 100 times because I'm from the Midwest.
No
That's
worries.
what we do.
We'll take it.
Ladies, congratulations on everything. You were just on like Conan O'Brien?
We were.
Yeah, just a few days ago.
Which feels very surreal. It's funny, we did not know ahead of time that we were going to perform on the show. We literally found out the night before. They came and we got a call and EC passed us the phone and was like, do you want to play on Conan? We had an artist cancel, and so literally 12 hours later we're waking up to go to the studio to film our segment, and we were so glad that they needed it to be stripped back, and we've been kind of doing a stripped back duo show.
And it went really well.
Cool.
Everybody
Yeah.
was so welcoming and friendly.
What did he smell like? Because he's one of my idols.
You know,
He did not have a distinctive odor.
He
Okay.
didn't,
Well,
but he
he's a
was
TV
carrying around
person.
like a 1950s Buddy Holly style Stratocaster,
Nice.
which
Did you guys play with him at all?
we didn't jam per se, but there's some really great photos of us where he has my
Yeah, I
guitar
saw
on,
those. Yeah.
and he's so tall, it's like absurdly high. So he seems like a very chill dude.
Well, and so you guys have been getting a lot of success lately, but you guys have been doing this since we were like wee little ladies.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's all coming very quickly, or does it feel like it's been a long road to where you are now?
I think it's been a long road. You know, we started out playing classical music when she was 3 and I was 4. We kind of broke out away from classical music into more roots music, and then from there we have started writing our own songs, and so we've been getting a little bit more rock and roll. So it feels like it's been a long time coming, but a lot of exciting things are happening for us. So it kind of feels like a flip has been switched.
Yeah,
a little
well,
bit.
I mean, there's like the 10,000 hours theory, I think, where I don't think, generally speaking, you can have luck, or you can have little moments of pure inspiration where good things happen, just kind of like combustion, you know? But I think generally the good things in life are the things that take time and commitment and showing up every day. And
we're kind of a bit of a throwback band. Like we've been, you know, touring kind of from the ground up instead of like so many times now you can have like a viral video and that's how somebody finds success, or you go on The Voice or something like that. And it's kind of a little bit more of a concocted success. We've definitely been working for a long time.
Growing into the shoes that now they're getting to wear that hopefully will do some really nice things for us.
How does it feel to have all this hard work paying off?
It feels really good. I mean, I think it's easy sometimes when you're in your world to like feel like, am I not based in reality? Do I need to quit? Like, do I not have what it takes? Like, I think as an artist, especially when you're being you need to be really hard on your art, and you need to be the person that is that quality control. Where you're like, I need to make sure this song is right. That I think you do start to question yourself. So to have little things that shift and kind of give you this little tiny thumbs up, like Conan going like, that fucking ruled. That felt really good, you know? It was nice.
And does it feel like work still after all these years?
There are parts of the job that feel like
Yeah.
work, but the music part isn't.
No.
I mean, like going up on stage with Elvis Costello doesn't feel like a job.
No.
Yeah,
No, I mean, I think it takes the discipline to show up every day and make yourself practice even if you don't want to. And there are days when I don't feel like writing songs. You know, like I'll wake up and just be like, I would love to just like go for a hike or not even touching a guitar today, but I committed to this and I love it. And then you kind of like get into it and it pulls you right back in. So there is this give and this take that I think is important.
And so how do you keep finding and tapping into that love that you have for this?
Listening to new music for me. We were actually listening to old music. We were just talking with Elvis
Old new music.
about Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters and all these old blues recordings that are so classic, and being able to look at art and music that other people in the world have created and see that it comes from a really spiritual, soulful place. That for me is what like really gets me ready and raring to go and make music. Makes me super excited.
That reminds me, Stephen King once said that he's not so much a writer as he is a conduit for the universe, and what you said kind of reminds me of that.
That's a cool way to say it. Go Stephen
Yeah.
King. There's actually some really great quotes by him. I'll send you one.
But does it feel that way for you, like you're just tapping into this bigger thing for you ladies?
On a good day.
On a good day, yeah. I think if you've shown up and you're open and you're ready for it. Sometimes like you'll get those little easy songs that you don't feel like you were. Like you didn't work for them, you didn't strive for them, they just kind of happened. And those are the ones that you feel like maybe you were lightning rod.
like Elvis Costello plays Every Day I Write the Book, you know, and he said that he kind of hates that song because it came so easily and it was just a hit. He's like, I hate that song because of it.
What's it like to be with him each and every night on these tours?
Oh, it's never boring.
I can't imagine.
Oh, it's never boring. He is one of the more impatient artists that we've ever met in terms of like, all right, we did that once. Let's do something fresh. Let's keep it real and go for things that we haven't. So we'll be on stage in the middle of a set and he'll throw a song we haven't done before. And there's something about that really takes balls, you know, especially for somebody who's been doing it for as long as he's been doing it, to also have the faith in us to show up and go there with him. It's really neat.
Yeah. What do you guys learn from being around, you know, such a seasoned veteran? I hate to call him old,
much.
but I mean, let's face it.
so much. I mean, old is good.
Yeah.
I think old means you've been able to withstand the currents of time, like, and he's still floating on the surface. Like,
His ability to recreate himself over and over
Absolutely.
is very inspiring, I think, for us, and we've taken a page out of that book with it, trying to recreate, not make the same thing over and over.
yeah.
Do you guys see yourselves having a long and successful varied career like he does?
That's what we would love
That's
to
what we
have.
want.
I can see it.
We don't want to. That's kind of you. We don't want to be a flash in the pan, for sure. I don't think that we have been. I'm 25 or 26. We've been doing it for a decade already. So already at this
You're
point,
25 or 26.
I said I'm 25. You're 26.
I'm 26.
Did I say I'm 25 and 26? I'm ageless. I also have a shitty memory apparently.
You hit that point where you're subtracting. I'm like, I was born in this year. It's this year.
Exactly.
Isn't that old? Yeah.
Well, no, I just had my birthday in January. I should remember. But I feel like we have been doing it for so long already that it's the kind of thing that I can see us doing for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I can see myself doing it for a lifetime and never getting bored.
And so what do you learn in the quiet moments of hanging out with, you know, EC and his crew, and that you're going to apply to the future of your career? Like, are there quiet moments on this?
Rarely.
This
Everyone is booking it. On this
Yeah.
run,
Go,
there's
go.
so
Yeah.
much to do. I mean, have you seen the set upstairs?
Yeah.
Like, they have to set up and tear it down every day. So everyone's constantly going. But with EC, I would say that even in the midst of like a busy day, we just sat at the table upstairs and watched like some little YouTube videos and footage, you know, of stuff that's inspiring. That, I think, not letting the fire go out.
Yeah. Cool. And where do you find that fire? There's probably somebody out there listening to this that wants to channel their own fire, their own energy. How do you find that fire?
I would go on a YouTube rampage. I would just start Googling artists that are inspiring and following all like the little branchings out from that one seed. Don't just listen to artists you know or songs that you know. Like, be willing to listen through records that you don't know, through artists that you're not familiar with. Because oftentimes you'll listen to something and be like, bleh, I hate it. But then like 3 lessons later, it's your favorite thing in the world.
We're about to be home for 2 weeks before we go again. We're going to be over in Europe. But I'm about to go on I think I'm going to watch a music documentary every day that we're
I
home.
love that. That's a great idea.
Documentaries are a great way to learn about an artist. Like, sometimes it can be daunting to like look at music history as a whole and be like, where do I even start?
Right.
I think documentaries are a good way to learn about one person.
Nice. And I work, and when I say a very little bit, I work a very, very little bit with my friend's organization, Girls That Rock. You two are Girls That Rock. And they're teaching empowerment through music and whatnot. And I see you two as being somewhat of role models for women of that group. Who are your role models? Who taught you that you could do anything and do it all?
That was definitely our folks. Our parents actually, they started the process very young. They built a house from scratch. And like, our dad's a doctor and our mother was an occupational therapist. And they decided they were going to build a house one day and just literally started buying books and tools.
Just did it.
Our dad bought like a backhoe and a tractor and maintenance them himself just by like reading in books. And I think that kind of a do-it-yourselfer mentality applied to everything in life is huge. But musically, I would say that our
Women like Bonnie Raitt would be one.
Bonnie's huge. Joan Jett is a huge rocker. Like, there are ladies out there that rock. It's just not as many, like, without a whole lot of visibility. And so I think
we hate the phrase rock like the boys or play like the boys.
because it should be play like a good human. Like, a good human plays rock music. Do that.
But still, there is that discrepancy of it that we would love to be role models that women can be just as rocking as men can in the music industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How do you position yourself to be that role model? Do you have any idea? Have you even thought about that?
Well, one, I think it starts with the core, with what shoes you choose to wear, how you choose to style yourself, how you choose the language and good posture, how you speak about yourself. Like I think the distinction for us, because we used to be very willy-nilly about what we'd say in interviews and saying like, yeah, play like the boys, and it's like actually that really doesn't apply. And being willing to change your views as you become more educated, to like know how to speak intelligently about what you're trying to achieve. I would say keeping doing what we're doing, and staying at home and practicing.
We
stage.
actually do have a lot of families, parents come up to us after the show and say, oh, I'm going to play this for my little girls. I'd really love them to be like you, which is so, well, one, it's flattering and really heartwarming, but we like that. We'd like to be role models.
Absolutely.
Nice. And so let's imagine that kid who's sitting on the couch, like, how do I get up and just start playing? Beyond the obvious statement, just start playing. Do you have any advice for those kids who want to get up off the couch?
Yeah, one, go to situations that make you feel uncomfortable. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to do it, you have to put yourself in positions where you can learn. Like the first time we played with Elvis Costello was nerve-wracking.
Right.
We were so nervous, but that's the only way you can learn.
I would say also, just be okay with being bad at something. Because for me, like I'm still learning how to play the guitar with a dam, and that's true. Like honestly, with Megan on stage playing the slide guitar, it's very effortless and she just shreds. And I'm learning how to shred on electric guitar because it's still pretty new for me. And I've been amazed at how long it's taken me to learn because I didn't want to be bad at something. I was very proud and didn't want people to see my weaknesses. Therefore, you don't go for things, or you don't open up and show your badness. And you have to do that in order to get good.
Which is going back to the make yourself uncomfortable, fall on your face, and you'll
just do it. Nobody cares. Nobody's really watching you anyway. They're all busy being worried about how bad they are at something.
And if anybody's watching them anyway. So they're all. I won't ramble too much. And then for me, like I like to tell people, it's just that first step. Like even if it's a bad one, like it's what the Hobbit quote. Journey starts with a single step. I'm butchering it, but I can't believe that I'm sitting here talking to you two, because 5-6 years ago I was like, let's start interviewing bands, and here we are.
That's awesome.
And I don't know where to go with that, but is there anything
we had a moment, we had a touching moment between the three of us. It was really moving.
We have it. No. and so what do you guys, what are some of the more memorable steps you've taken along the way? Like, are there any like moments you can pinpoint? I'm like, that's where my life changed. Sorry to throw that weird zinger out there.
No, I like it. I would say when I listened to Jeff Buckley, that was a big one for me. Listen to an artist that really moved me. Yeah. And that kind of shifted my, I think my worldview. You
guys have been playing since you were like 3 and 4,
yeah,
right?
We have been.
Any, we'll come back to you, but was there any hesitation or pushback?
From our folks?
Or from you? We're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's like any kid. Like, I don't want to learn to read. I'm bored with learning. I'd rather play a video game. You have to learn to read, you know? Like, you have to learn skills. And I think we were lucky to have folks that did push us. And it wasn't like cracking the whip where they wanted us to be superstars. They wanted us to be musical prodigies. They just wanted us to be able to enjoy music and express ourselves with art. So I think, of course, we had Mother chasing us around the piano, like, get down and sit, you know? But then we started taking responsibility for ourselves, and we loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had a friend who lived for a little bit in Central America. His parents were teaching English or missionaries, I forget what. But he's rusty at it, but he speaks Spanish fluently. Oh. And for somebody like yourselves, where you were immersed in so much music, is it like a language to you, like second nature?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think music is a language, and it's a language that can be understood worldwide. But that's part of what I love is within music, the language of music. I think that there are artists that have different accents, and learning it, like we played with Conan O'Brien, and we played with Elvis, and just learning how to mesh with those people is so fun. Like their specific niche within a language.
Nice. Did you come up with a pinpointed moment?
Pinpointed moment. Oh,
it's okay.
There's been so many.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There have been so many.
That's cool. But it all starts with that one first step.
Little first step.
That's all you got to do. That's the message out there, folks.
Just take the first.
Oh, cool. So you two are from Atlanta, Georgia, or that
Yeah.
area. I'm from the South as well. I've lived in the Midwest almost as much as I lived in the South, and I found that you can take a boy out of the South, but you can't take the South out of the boy.
Oh yeah.
How much does the South follow you around everywhere? I mean,
It's totally ingrained. I think being Southern really defines our perspective on the world, and we like that about it.
Nice.
Like being raised by, really hospitable people, and there is this sort of gentility thing that exists that is very comforting. I really like being Southern. I'm proud of it.
Nice. And since you've traveled all over the world for extended amounts of time, what makes a place home nowadays?
That's funny.
What truly makes a place home is the people. Like probably the hardest thing. Well, no, definitely the hardest thing about touring is you just have to say bye to people.
Yeah.
Goodbye, and that's hard. And so really, like for instance, our mom and our sister and our little brother happened to be in California. They were up north when we were doing Conan, so we called them. We were like, "Guess what? You have to come down." So they drove the 6 hours down, and it just
and it made
felt
it so
like
much better.
it did feel like home.
It is true. It's the people. Because you can go anywhere. The world is the same the world round. To a greater and lesser degree.
What do you learn about yourselves when you're traveling all around the world?
Oh, you learn so much. I think it's really good to travel. I think it's good to learn how to be uncomfortable and out of your element. Because I think, you kind of cultivate this sense of homeness, and you know where your store is and the restaurant you like. And being thrust out of that, I think, is very good for your brain.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you uncomfortable now?
In terms of traveling,
In terms of life, the universe, and everything.
what makes us uncomfortable?
What mountain are you going to tackle next of uncomfortableness?
I would still say, for me, it exists with the music wholly. Writing that next song, being willing to sit down and be vulnerable again, and see if you can write a song that says something good.
But this year is a little bit different for us so far. We've got a great team of people behind us. We've got, our management now set, and Universal just picked up the album over in Europe. So I think that we are going to be tackling some challenges that we've never tackled before, like supporting a song at radio and
Well, even going on Conan, like doing a late night TV spot as Larkin Poe, we'd never done that. And that was very nerve-wracking. And then you do just the concern of being like, are we ready for this? Is this the time? Like, should we do it? And then you show up and you do what you do and be yourself, and it's fine.
Nice. And so you guys have two ladies, 2 weeks coming up off. What are you going to do? Are you going to see each other or just avoid each other?
We can't avoid each other.
no, we can't because we share a family. But no, we're going to be doing a lot of rehearsals, getting ready for the tour. We're going to be doing a lot of big festivals this summer, so we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And what do you do in your quiet time now when those rare moments come that you have it?
We're both into a little bit of yoga. I like to hike a lot, like camping and hiking.
And reading. We love to read.
Reading is a big one.
What you reading right now?
Right now, I actually just started a new Steinbeck novel, which I'm stoked about.
Nice. Which one?
Red Pony. I'm rereading. I read it like our mother read it to us when we were little kids. And I remember hating it, which is actually kind of why I want to reread it. See if I still read it.
We have a lot of really long drives this trip. So we're listening to an audiobook, Reskinned.
Yeah, it's an interesting
book.
I can't remember the name of the author right now.
Yeah,
Skip up.
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to plug before we get out of here?
Great. What would you say?
Just the new album, and we hope people come and
album
follow.
Is
Reskinned, and it's coming out
this Friday.
Yeah, the
This
15th.
Friday?
Yeah, the 15th.
Yes.
We're really excited. And so people should definitely come and follow us on social media. I think a lot of times people underestimate the power that they can have on social media for an artist that they like. If you go and you click like, other like promoters come and see how many likes are on your social media stuff, and
just we enjoy it. We enjoy the connection with people.
It's really great, and people have an impact on us and our future.
And on your social media, you have really great covers.
Thank you.
What's the next cover? Or can you tell? It's a secret.
Actually, we haven't picked one yet. We have a lot of suggestions though. A lot of people are wanting some. We've had requests for Allman Brothers. We've had requests for Doobie. We had somebody request a Doobie Brothers song, bits and pieces.
There's a song, the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Ooh.
I think it's ready for a new cover, a comeback.
The light went out in
Yeah, it's
Georgia. You remember the artist?
I can't remember. Bonnie Raitt, I think, covered it.
Okay,
in the
we'll
90s.
find it. That sounds
But
great.
the original, Vicki Lawrence did the
Lawrence.
original.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's incredible, and I think it's ready for come back,
Come
and
back.
no one will listen to me. So maybe I'll tweet it at you.
All right, do it. Please do it.
Please, it's great. One of
Well,
my favorites.
thank you for doing this.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
chatting with me.
Should we have an on-screen handshake?